Time to crack open the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Coffin and Lynn injury attorneys. Mike Bianchi on the horn. Where are you going to begin this morning, Bulldog?
Let's start with the Orlando Magic last night. They were up 16 points at halftime, and then boom, boom, boom. Here come the Dallas Mavericks storming back. Luka Doncic, 45 points for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr., 36. Derek Lively, 20. Mavericks come back and win the game last night against the Magic. And Paolo scored 36, so give Paolo credit. He did his job. Magic actually outscored the Mavericks in 3 of the 4 quarters, except for the third when the Mavericks went on a 26-9 run. So, yeah, not a good performance by the Magic last night. By the way, Jonathan Isaac actually started the game for the first time.
Nice. He
hasn't started since 2020, I think. Didn't play very long, but he did start the game. Here's my take away from the Magic last night. All right, the Magic are now 24 and 23. All right, so they're hovering at 500 now. Even if they make the playoffs, it's going to be a disappointment if the Magic finish with a losing record this year.
You know
Agree
what?
or disagree?
I think if they make the playoffs, I think it's a good thing. I look at it as a
yeah,
positive.
it's a good thing, but do you really want to slink into the playoffs and the play-in with a losing record? I mean, we've seen the Magic in the playoffs, when they had Vooch and Aaron Gordon and those guys. They would slink in with losing records and be one and done.
But this is a new team. This is a newer team, so it's just making it to the playoffs, I think, is good. What do you think, Lynch?
I think we should first off mention we will have a chance for you to win Orlando Magic tickets and sit in a suite at the Kia Center.
Nice.
The Mick Ultra Suite. We're going to be out on Wednesday evening at Twin Peaks in Altamont ahead of their game against the Spurs. So come on and join us. Grab a little beverage and some dinner there at Twin Peaks, 6 to 8. You might win that. I think the Magic getting to the playoffs would be phenomenal. And I think they're the type of team that could potentially, despite what their record is, surprise a first-round opponent.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I hope you're right.
And let's also remember, guys, after last night's, falling or being ahead and then losing the game, let's remember that was a back-to-back.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. So, all right. Prince of Positivity, Taco Bob. Appreciate the positivity, Bob, with the Magic.
No problem.
So, yeah.
He doesn't have his Magic shirt on today, though. I do have to make an editorial note of that.
Uh-huh.
By the way, Lynch, I want to know what you think about your coach, the meathead Dan Campbell's just getting absolutely annihilated on social media and the traditional media. I was watching the ESPN debate shows yesterday. They're just ripping him for his decision to forego field goal attempts and go for it on 4th down twice in the second half of their loss to the 49ers. I really don't have an issue with it. I'm sorry. That's been his MO all year. It's been pretty successful, but I tell you what, everybody's blaming Dan Campbell for the loss.
Dan Campbell didn't drop those passes.
Nope.
Yeah, I agree. And plus the analytics show that he would have, they had a better chance of making it on 4th down than their kicker, Michael Badgley, who's not a very good long-range kicker. Those would have been 46 and 48-yard field goals. The analytics show that going for it on 4th and 2 or 4th and 3, a better percentage. But people just ignore that.
No,
they just ignore that because they want to rip Dan Campbell. I don't get it.
And they needed show material yesterday, Bulldog. Come on, you do this for a living. You pick at something even if it doesn't need to be picked at, and you're 100% right. He didn't waver from how he's coached since he's taken over as the head coach there at Detroit. I mean,
speaking of the NFL, how excited are you guys about what's coming up this week in Orlando?
Ooh, the Pro Bowl, right?
The Pro Bowl games, not the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl games.
You know what I mean.
It's the flag football game.
Yes.
I'm more excited about the NHL All-Star weekend.
What?
Yeah, NHL All-Star weekend from Toronto.
When is that?
Saturday.
Oh, that's this weekend as well?
Yeah, the Lightning
I will guarantee
on break for All-Star.
All right, I'm gonna make a bet with Lynch right now.
I don't need to. I know that the flag football game will outdraw the
Oh God,
the flag. So you're not willing to bet that the NHL All-Star game will outdraw the flag football Pro Bowl game?
No, I know it is what it is, and I hate using that phrase, but it's accurate.
It is what it is till it is what it ain't. Absolutely. By the way, I got a kick out. Doc Rivers made his debut with the Milwaukee Bucks, who fired their coach after only 43 games last week. So the Milwaukee Bucks lost the game to the Denver Nuggets. No shame in that. But after the game, Doc Rivers was preaching patience. It's going to take some time to get this team up and running and all of that stuff. And I'm thinking, this guy's preaching patience for a team that just fired its coach after 43 games when he had a 30-7 or what was it, 30-13 record.
Right, a team that already is up and running. I mean, by most standards, right?
Doc's preaching patience,
but I
don't think so, Doc.
We are all in agreement that Doc Rivers, us three like him, solid guy, just a likable guy, and that we back the meathead on his decisions because that's how he always did it, right?
Yes. But I disagree with you guys that just making the playoffs for the Magic is enough. They need to go in there rolling with a winning record, not a losing.
Well, it'd be nice. That would be, but let's see where it goes. Still got a lot of basketball left to play.
They're still 24-23. They still do have a winning record. So.
Mike Bianchi, host of Open Mic on AM 740 and FM 96.9 The Game, and he stops by for the sports page each morning here on JRR, brought to you by Kaufman and Lind.
Listen to Under Oath with attorney Jeff Kaufman every Saturday morning, 7:30, FM 96.9 The Game. Catch extended versions of Under Oath by searching for Under Oath with Jeff Kaufman on your favorite streaming platform. Oh!